Today we're going to talk about time management and time management tips for the busy mom. If you are a mom, I'm taking it that you're busy. And that is because you are taking care of all of your own needs, you're taking care of the needs of your children, and depending on the age of your children, your needs are either, their needs rather, are either going to be more or less physical or emotional, or a combination. For example, if you have a newborn, their needs are going to be very, very physical. They need to eat, sometimes every hour, sometimes every 2 to 4 hours, etc. They need their diaper changed, they need to be burped, they need to be swaddled, they need to be rocked, they need to be taken to their doctor's appointments. It's a very constant caretaking role. As they get a little bit older, 1, 2, 3, 4, then you're really training them a lot of social behaviors that are acceptable. You're training them how to stay safe, right? Some toddlers are more curious than others. I've definitely had a few that are very, very curious, and often that can sometimes make them unsafe. So that's a lot of emotional and physical that you are giving to others. So you really need to find a way to also be giving back to yourself. Now, sometimes that could literally be just 15 minutes a day. I've had seasons in my life where I have to just let all of my children know, come into the kitchen, guys, look right here. I'm putting the timer on 15 minutes. That means that I am not available for 15 minutes. I will get all the children set up. Before I do the 15 minutes, I make sure everybody's eaten, everybody's had a drink. I ask them if they need anything from me. I often set them up with an activity. Either they're all going to be reading a book, some are going to be playing video games, others might be watching a movie, etc. I have it all set up so that I am confident that they will survive for 15 minutes while I go take care and check in on myself. Sometimes that could be I just go in the bathroom, I take a hot bath. Other times, I'll just go in the bathroom with pen and paper and I will be writing out my thoughts. I'll be writing out a grocery list. I will be writing out things that I need to get done the next day. Or I'll be writing out my schedule for the week. For myself and my brain, I am a pen and paper kind of lady. If I make a list, I know I can get the list done. So that is how I work. Please share in the comments if there's other things that you do that works better for you. Another key thing for time management is to realize in the mornings, say from 6:30 to 7:30, that is my time to focus on getting all the children ready for school. So whatever their needs are, I am focused at that time. Once they get off to school, now I am focused on myself and getting to work. During work, I try to really focus on work and know that after work is when I will have time to make a meal, have everybody help with cleanup, help the children as much as possible with their homework, and then get them to bed at a decent hour. And then after they are in bed, then I take another 15 minutes and try to get my head straight. So depending on how I'm feeling that day, it might mean I need to just go sit outside and put my feet on the grass. It might mean I need to set up a massage appointment and schedule that so I have something to look forward to. It could look like taking a shower early and then reading a book for the rest of the night. It could be throwing in a load of laundry. So basically my tips for time management is to literally just brainstorm and write down all the stuff that's in your head. So if you have 50, 75 things that are in your head that you have been wanting to get done, just go ahead and start writing them down on the paper. Once you have the whole list written out, then you're going to take your favorite color highlighter and you're going to highlight the ones that are time sensitive. So once you've highlighted the ones that are time sensitive, you make another list and you say when those things need to be done by. Number 2, you look at that list, you're going to highlight in a different color. What are some of those tasks that you could give to somebody else in your home? Now, I am a single mother, so most of the time it's going to be myself doing all the things that only a grown-up could do. But if your child can walk and talk, there's a lot of things that they are capable of doing for themselves. If they're not used to doing for themselves, it's quite a big transition. So I do suggest that you choose one new task. For example, it would drive me crazy when children would wear shoes in the house, and then when I asked them to take their shoes off, they would just be thrown messily. So I have worked one-on-one with them so that if they forget to take their shoes off, I can give them a gentle reminder and they will go do it. But they only do that because I spent the time necessary with them so that they understand that we want to take care of our shoes. We want our shoes to wait for us until we come back. So when we're excited to go somewhere, we don't have to look for them. They're always waiting for us where we left them. If you try to do more than one thing, it just becomes overwhelming, honestly, for yourself and overwhelming for little ones as well. So I like to really talk about progress over perfection. So progress means that when the kids come in, they actually remember to take their shoes off, right? Perfection would be they take their shoes off, they put them together perfectly, and they tuck them away where they go. So to get there, it's going to take a while, but any new habit takes 21 days. 21 days. So I promise you, if you split this year up into 21-day increments, that they will learn a lot of new habits that will be a blessing to themselves and a blessing to you. So try to pick things that really get on your nerves, and then things that you can kind of loosen the reins on. Go ahead and loosen the reins on those things. Start with what is most important to you. What gives you the most emotional boost that when your kids do that chore and they do it well, it really does something good. It uplifts your spirit. So that was the second part of time management. So first is writing everything down, highlighting the things that are time sensitive. The second one is using a different color highlighter and highlight the things that you can give to somebody else. That means if you have a partner or if you're married or you have a roommate, sit down and talk to them. Hey, these are the things I really struggle with. So me personally, I really struggle with making dinner. I don't enjoy cooking during this season of my life. I have a lot going on and I feel like I'm chained to the kitchen and it stops me from doing other things that I want to do. So because I do not have a partner, the thing that I have done is I became best friends with my Instapot, crock pot, and rice cooker. And I also have an air fryer. So I use those 4 things. I think of those when I am making a meal plan. So sometime over the weekend, I grab a piece of paper, I write down 5 dinners. It seems to work great. I can shop for 5 dinners in a row, and I can make 5 dinners in a row. And then I can put up a menu board that says what is for dinner. When I do that, I am always successful. The evenings go way more smoothly. I don't waste any emotional energy on wondering what's for dinner. I'm not anxious when my kids ask me for dinner because it's already on the board. I have committed to this is what's for dinner, and it works very well for us. So those are 3 of the time management tips. Another one is you have to find time to leave the house and do something fun just for you. So what I suggest is setting up a reoccurring babysitter. So one of the busiest seasons in my life, I paid for a babysitter every Wednesday. That gave me 5 hours to go do whatever the hell I wanted to do. And if I wanted to go on a date with someone, I went on a date. If I wanted to go to the movies with a friend, I went to the movies. If I wanted to go line dancing, I went line dancing. If I wanted to schedule a massage, I went to a massage Wednesday afternoons. If I wanted to go visit horses, I could do so Wednesday afternoon. So doing it right in the middle of the week for me worked so good because it was like I worked my ass off for 2 days, had a little break in the evening, and then I worked my ass off for 2 more days. And it was the support that I needed. If you do not have family like me, I do not have any biological family that lives anywhere near me, but I am slowly building a community of beautiful, loving, supportive, tough women that are willing to help me out, help me problem solve, etc. So as you start following your inner desires and you start having some hobbies outside of your relationship, outside of the home, outside of your children, you'll start to meet people that you vibe with. And when you meet those people that you vibe with, it is like the universe just takes off and more opportunities come your way. It's a very beautiful thing. Things just start to work themselves out as you really follow your intuition and that inner part of you. So this is just a very short video, not super in depth, but it is about time management. Every evening before I go to sleep, I like to get a sticky note and write down just 3 things that I want to get done the next day. 1 is going to be personal for me. 2 are either going to be for business or things that need done for the kids. And I know, I've taught myself, Mindy, if you check off these 3 things, you have been successful for today because you have made progress. Now, perfection would be getting all 20 items on my list done. But if you are a single parent, if you have young kids, if you have a job, basically, if you're a human being, you can't always get everything done on your list, right? Every day there's going to be a list, but we want to take steps toward that list, which is progress. So give yourself grace. Mama, give yourself a lot of grace. Take the steps that you need to take to feel progress and let that be enough. Celebrate. Hey, I got those 3 things done. All right, tomorrow, what's the next 3 that I can get done? And always pick a personal thing for yourself. If you've been waiting 6 months or a year to get your hair done, put it at the top of your list, make your hair appointment. If you have been waiting 3 months to go get your nails done, put it on the top of your list. If you've been putting off going to the doctor, going to the dentist, put yourself on the top of your list, make that call. And lastly, do not cancel appointments that you set with yourself. So if I'm setting an appointment for myself that at 7 o'clock I am taking 20 minutes to have an Epsom salt bath, unless the house is on fire, I am not canceling that appointment with myself. Every time you keep an appointment with yourself, you tell yourself that you are important, you are valuable, you have meaning, you have purpose. It's building this beautiful relationship with yourself. So no matter where you are, no matter where you're going, you are always going to be with yourself. And that is why you are the most important. It is just like they say when you get on an airplane. In order to save the lives of others, you have to first take care of yourself. You have to put on your oxygen mask. So essentially, that is what I am recommending to do when you're doing time management is you do put yourself first. Get your emotional tank filled up, and then out of the overflow of that fullness, you will be able to give to others, and you'll be even more of a blessing to others, and you can do it all while still having energy, while still having dignity, without starting to resent those who are around you. So if you like what you heard today and you're interested in my channel and supporting it, I do ask that you would click the subscribe button. My goal is to get to 1,000 followers and 4,000 hours of watch time so that I can monetize and stay at home with my 7 children that allows me to take them to all their appointments, pay the bills, and live a peaceful life while I am sharing all of my hard-earned knowledge from the hard knocks of life. Thank you.